Alright, ndakwambira ati akubinga, tikati uzakubinga, pamene zvawo ndawo zisiyene-siyene, uzakubhurawayo, Harare, Masingo, kuli, but afuifi awa abhurawayo, tataona ibhurawayo afuifi, $15 transport, kaza kubinga, wosiroka mubinga center, but murenki, uchanika bantu bingi, basiyene-siyene, baita ama businesses abo.
So Binga is a ward in Matabele North, and there are within Binga 21 wards. So it's a beautiful area that lies also along the Zambezi escarpment. Just to my left is where the Zambezi River is. So to get to Binga, or the distance is firstly, from Bulawayo to Binga is 434 kilometers. From Harare to Binga, but via Kokwe, that would be 606 kilometers. And also, just across the Zambezi River is Zambia. And if you're coming from Lusaka to Binga will be about 616 kilometers. So identical with Harare. So to come to Binga from the city of Bulawayo, there are 3 buses that can take you here. There is Talon, there is CHE, and Zubko. All of these 3 buses leave by the Entumbane bus complex at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 a.m. every single day. So it will take you about 8 to 8.5 hours, looking at the state of the road, both on the Victoria Falls Road and also on the Binga side. So you would arrive, assuming all things constant, you left at 7 o'clock, we'd arrive at Crossdate around 11, half 11. Then from Crossdate, they're in sites that you would pass by. So from Crossdate, you would go to Kama TV, you would go to Sianchilava, then there's Manjolo, then you would arrive at Binga Center by the rank. From the center, coming to where I am staying, where I'm shooting this video, it's a beautiful lodge called Lushumo, which means faith in Chitonga. Should have faith, huh? Should always have faith. So from the rank to Lushumo Guest Lodge, it's about 4 kilometers. You can walk. First day, I took a taxi, which is a challenge. This side there are few. This side gula as so a taxi from the rank to this side will cost you about $5. Sorry, so $5 when you arrived here. And it is a spacious, very beautiful lodge overlooking the Zambezi River. So now we are saying, just the sound from the Zambezi River and just a breath of fresh air. Yeah, needed that. Okay, so the lodge has got 4 rooms. This one is a double. So there are 3 doubles. Then there's a room with 3 beds. I think specifically designed for like 3 children. But I think if you never tell and then there are separate bathrooms in all these 4 rooms. Then there's a very big sitting room. In the sitting room there's a TV, but basically there are TVs in all the rooms. There is Wi-Fi if you want to connect it and you want to do some work or you just want to watch some TV. Since these are smart TVs, you can link in or log in your Netflix account if you've got Netflix and watch there. But every time when I travel to these places, because there's so much noise that happens outside my urban areas where I come from, I always try to detach and let go of the gadgets and let go of the devices and just sink in with nature, tune in with nature. So also there is a kitchen. You can do self-catering there, bring your own ingredients. But there are just 2 incredible human beings that run this place, and they've just been good host to me. And ubuntu bengiphekela ngikhumbula ilanga lokuqala bangiphekela isitshwala lamatemba. I enjoyed that meal. So we've also been telling me tips. When I travel, I like asking questions. I always just develop a child's mindset. So I always preempt everything that I know, that I've heard about this area or the people that reside in this area, so that I can learn from the people that stay. And I've just learned a lot through definition of what Kasambabezi mean. So also outside, there is a swimming pool. There's an outside area. If you want to chill, sit there, drinks, or you want just to talk. Yeah, there's a mosquito net. Is name. So there's a mosquito net, but there's also by the side a repellent. Yeah, when you do spray, there's an aircon. But umqando wakhona ilanga lakho lokho likhona so umqando lo esiwazi kwezinye indawo esifana la koBulawayo ngala seGwero. There is a fridge if you want to bring in your drinks. There is a wardrobe. Kulamanye amabhuku if you like reading, they've just put books by the side. But basically it's just a clean space. It's so quiet here. It's very quiet. You can like hear the birds. Yeah, so that's Lushumo Lodge. I'll leave that link in the description box or just the number here on your screen. Please visit. Now you'd ask yourself, Prince Binga, what can I do? There's a lot of things that you can do. So this side we are aligned mostly to the Zambezi River and to a famous place known as the Hot Springs. So that's the first thing that you can do. Ufiela Panoramic Hot Springs and just sit. So the gentleman, the two people that I went with to the hot springs explained the concept of the hot springs from a cultural perspective and how influence of capitalism or of modernization sort of like affected how those springs sprang. Which kudala vele ichaya phezulu ngale, but sesifika it wasn't the case. But look at cheese. Bathi bona ungafaka iqanda and we forgot in the morning to go with an egg. Fast. So you can explore the hot springs. You can go just adjacent also to the hot springs. There's a crocodile farm there. You can liebona ingwenya, how they're bred, domesticated there. Then you just walk further. There is so this guest lodge also has got a houseboat. So I'll be sleeping tonight. Don't tell my family. So gule houseboat, you can sleep there. I personally, of all the places, I love water. Any place that has got water, I love water. I think because culturally and spiritually, tinabo mahlang velinkabe to see poselemanzin. So it's my DNA to love water. Yeah. So if you there's also a cooking area there. There's a chilling. Come back, go to the town. There's also the sand beach. Yeah, a lot of questions people asking me. Hey, it's sand like a beach in Zimbabwe. I think it's got a beach. Then there is a museum, the Batonga Museum. Get a lot of history about these beautiful people, the rich in the area, the wildlife. Yeah. So for the hot springs and the beach, you have to pay, it's $3 by national parks. But if you pay $3, it gives you access to go to the hot springs. It gives you access to go to the beach. So in essence, it's $50 per side. I think it's just identical to what they do by Ichimanman, by the Bridal Veil Falls. You can go to the museum, tour places. But remember, every time you go to your place, always try to look and search for the food, because the food defines the place. So let's talk about Imali now. In terms of transport, to leave from the city of Bulawayo to come into Binga this side using those three aforementioned buses, it's going to, so it's $15 one trip. So going back, it will be $30. Like I said, budget for about $5 per a taxi ride. So now, when I heard there's an option of walking, I just took the walking. But if you can't, budget $5 for a taxi one way. So Zambia, and you want to go back to town, charge you another $5 from here to the sand. So it's only standard. It's $5. Going to The beach is $5. Going to the museum from here is going to be $5. So also budget that and just determine the number of trips that you want to go. To the Zambezi, also it can be $5, but we literally walked because it's just we can say maybe 3 kilometers from here. Food advisable, since this is a bit distant from town, is bring your own ingredients. In Ngalifia town, there's what's called Binga Mart. Yeah, I think Binga Mart. It's a supermarket there. You feel things and go from Ubula or wherever you're coming from. Just buy your ingredients. Fill up with fridge. Fish is very cheap. It's about $2 per kg. Then say fair pega. The entrance fees for the park, for the sand beach and the hot springs, $3, like I mentioned, $50. What does that get you? Your return on investment is peace of mind. Return on investment is perspective. Return on investment is meeting incredible people. Return on investment is learning other languages. I was just fascinated about when we were by the boat, there were these two gentlemen. So I'm taking figure. So I always try to learn the accent of the area and then learn the language. So I was just first days practicing. So when I got there, I can do that now. So and they were correcting me, say this in Chidonga, say that. Then they switched. Because kumi Shishona. Then so shift as kumi Sindebele. Do you know they just did it simultaneously 3 times and each respecting the accent of the different languages. And I was like amazed in how these guys could just shift languages. So, and I realized a lot of people do that in this area. I don't know because of the influence of the Ndebele, Shona, and the English. I just wish across Zimbabwe could just do that, where someone just knows 3 local languages and you can just simultaneously shift between all those 3. Yeah, but yeah, that's my take on my experience here in Binga. I had a great time. But anyway, that's my view on my visit to Binga, Twalumba. Just want to thank everyone who facilitated this journey. Also, Mr. Ronald from the Binga Marathon. Okay, so this is the Binga Marathon that's happening in September. I'll show you some photos that we took in preparation for the marathon. I'll also leave a description, a link to that event. So if you want to come to Binga, you can use the marathon. Even if you're not going to run, use the marathon and maybe come along with your friends who are interested in running and you explore the places. My brother Usisinga taught me some valuable life lesson growing up. Uputam likes Islanders Football Club and basically everyone at home. So he travels a lot with the Highlanders, and I remember asking him, like, why do we do that? And like, every time Highlanders goes and I follow Highlanders, I get to experience a new place. So he uses something for him to travel. So sometimes if you want to put yourself in a corner, just buy the ticket, register for the marathon, book for the Airbnb, and you get to a place that you've always wanted to go. But thank you for watching. My name is Prince Sivalamahlanga. I'll catch you on the next one. Remember, keep the love, keep the wonder. Twalumba.